following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at NYE Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my NYE VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyevwofrome.com.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when three top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish, and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
The Disruption Network is making moves. For upcoming events, news, interviews, and new daily programming, keep in the loop with us at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media. And check out all our podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Get up on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Ah, there's that faccia.
Pure faccia brute.
Faccia bruta.
Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? This is Big D Potato. You are listening to EC Radio.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Oh, yeah, baby. It's that distorted voice coming through your ear holes. It's EC Radio time. What up, everybody? What's today?
Wednesday? No, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Really?
I never know what day it is. Thank God I got
practiced.
I'm glad I got High Desert Sky in the mix with me to remind me what day it is, because I never know what the hell day it is. I've got that issue, so... Good evening, good afternoon, whatever the hell time it is in your world. It's EC Radio time. You can follow along at DisruptionNetwork.net. We're live on pretty much 10, 12 different social media platforms. I don't know. I can't even take count anymore.
Nice.
But it's me, Z, dealing with technical difficulties as always. Actually, I got to get Anthony in the mix over here.
Oh, am I not? I'm here.
You are now.
Good. All right.
Everything's haywire today. Everything's haywire today. But anyways, High Desert Sky joining me in the studio today. Before we get into anything, I got to give some love out to the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center. We had our comedy event this past weekend over at Wakely's, and we raised a bunch of donations and a couple $100, and we dropped off the donations today to the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center. It's the old YMCA. Did you guys ever go to the YMCA when you were growing up?
No.
Yeah, I know Daniel
I did.
I'm sure you did.
I had swimming lessons there.
Swimming lessons?
Yep.
Kevin, did you go?
No.
No?
No.
You
I didn't
gotta
grow up around here, so.
You got it. That's right. I forgot that you didn't grow up around here. I always think you did.
Yeah,
Don't you
'cause you-
feel like he
you-
did grow up with
right.
us? So,
You
know?
thought you told me a bunch of times. Didn't I go to school with you?
I
go,
thought
no,
me and you
no,
went to
no.
high school together so many times.
Oh, you're from Herkimer, right?
Yeah, I'm from Herkimer.
That's right. I forget, too.
But it's at the old YMCA, the Veterans Outreach Center, and you got to see what they're doing to the place. Right now, they're putting together 18 apartments for homeless vets in.
Good.
Really?
And then there's a nice cafe down there, and they've got recreational rooms. And
Nice,
right
nice.
now, it's a little bit under construction, and they're fixing the facade.
Yeah.
but it looks great. And what they're going to do and the whole project that they got going on is truly amazing. So Chicken and I dropped off all our donations, and it was cool to see what they did. We just did a quick little live Facebook, so you can check that out on our Facebook page and what we did over at the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center. And big ups to everybody that came out to our comedy event this past Saturday at Wakely's. And thank you to Wakely's and all our sponsors, NYE Dub, Paulie's Barbershop, Frank's Guns, 92.7 FM The Drive, and CNY Seal Coating and Concrete. So thank you guys for all your help. And EJA Moving. You can't forget about Eddie and those guys. Thank you so much for all your help. Thank you for your service. You're welcome was the name of what we called it. So it was a
cool
benefit comedy show for the vets.
Good.
They need to laugh too. Everybody needs to laugh.
Oh, yeah.
We all got to laugh.
By the way, I'm sorry I couldn't make it because Paul Ciola yelled at me. He goes, "What the hell?"
You could swear.
Yeah.
If you want.
Oh, good.
If you're trying to hold back, you can.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to.
I forget because I have a terrible mouth. I am awful.
Potty mouth.
Oh, I'm a potty mouth.
He said, where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
I had other plans. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. You and Paul are friends, though, huh?
Yeah.
From Wakely's? Yeah. Paul's a good
I've known
dude.
him for, I worked with him for a long time.
Did you?
At ESI, he was the in the cabling department, network cabling, and we always would just
What's
spend the
ESI?
day. They stood for Express Systems Integration.
Okay.
And he closed about 5
Technical.
years ago.
He's the tech guy.
He is.
He's trying to help me out with all the stuff that's going on over here, all the technical difficulties.
Didn't have enough
we're
time.
having.
Needs more work.
No, we need a lot more work around here, dude. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. But Anthony, Mark Dangler, and Kevin Bull from High Desert Sky in the studio. One of my favorite local bands. I like what you guys are doing, man.
You.
Thanks, man.
You guys take like all my favorite influences from back in the day, and you kind of put them in a melting pot as one, and you throw in like this whole sludge metal, doom metal. Like, oh, I love it, man. I love what you guys.
I think we all came from different backgrounds in other bands that we've been in. Death metal band for 20 years or for 10 years, and before that, when Mark and that hardcore band Frontside Grind, combining all that together, erasing the stuff that we don't want to be part of it,
right?
And just creating something that's just fun. So,
right. We kind of all grew up on the scene together, but you're fairly new to it, right?
Well, I mean, I grew up here, but I lived in Arizona for 10 years.
Gotcha.
So I went to college out there, got in a band out there. Tell Me About the Rabbits is the name of the band. There's some shit online on YouTube. Check them out just because.
Tell me about the Rabbits.
Tell me about the Rabbits. We were weird. It was like blues. It's kind of like what we do. It's with that old school classic rock shit, kind of make it a little bit more modern. Sort of doing the same thing, but we did blues and we were a little bit out there, but we'd delve into psychedelic, did some things, kept it kind of poppy. We had a couple tunes that were real, like straightforward pop tunes. We were just kind of all over the place.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, so then I actually knew Chris, our drummer, who unfortunately could not make it today.
What's up, Chris?
We wouldn't be able to talk if he was here.
Yeah.
He's
he's a
things to say.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, I got in with him. Saw him, then met those guys in Godshifter. Dangler was in Godshifter at the time, and they said, "Hey, we need a bass player." Yep. All of a sudden, it's, "Hey, you want to do this thing?" And then it's like, "Hey, got this dude Kevin who sings," and we were a band in like a course of a month or two, I think, something like that.
Chris and I planted the seed, and like about 3 years ago, right now. In his yard truck at work, we just started talking. We were in Godshifter, and I didn't even really know Anthony. I didn't even know his last name. Sometimes I still don't
know my last name. It's
I
okay.
don't either.
I don't either.
Wait, you know?
Do you know how to spell it?
Yeah, that's the trick.
We just call him Anthony.
Yeah.
Or asshole.
That happens a lot.
One or the other, I call him.
I respond to a lot of different things.
I thought you guys call each other by the name of the instrument.
We do. That's why
We do that.
We do.
Bassist,
Yes, I'm bassist, singer.
Right.
Yeah.
Drummer.
Drummer.
Yeah, we do that a lot, too.
Yeah.
How long you and Davis been playing together, though? I feel like you guys have been playing together for a long time, right?
I think in about 2006, we started, oh my God, what's the name of the band?
What?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
The band that you and Chris were in?
Yeah, me and Chris were in Thunder King.
Thunder King.
Sorry.
Thunder King.
Yeah, even I know that. I wouldn't even live here, and I know that.
So 06, we started Thunder King. Me, him, and Ray were in Thunder King, and that was all original. Similar style to what we had. We were a power trio. A lot of instrumental stuff and jamming. And after that, I played bass in Godshifter for a while, too, which was good. And so, God, that was 2006, so it's 12 years, I guess. We've been kind of jamming together. I've known him. I forgot exactly how we hooked up. Through Walmart, through work. He worked and I worked there, and we talked, and let's start a band. And we did. We played with Kevin's band, Structural Integrity Compromised, at the EC multiple times. Played there a bunch back in the day, and I've never lost touch, really.
Yeah, I've been told that I missed out on that in the
good old
electric
days.
company. Yeah,
we talk about EC all the time.
Yeah,
I can't remember any of those. It's hashtag my blackout years.
It's literally Chris's favorite place on earth to play a show.
It was so good.
Literally, he talks about all the time.
Why do you think this is called EC Radio?
It kind of trickled over.
That's cool.
Trickled over, which is a lot better than me getting assaulted by drunk people all the time.
Yeah,
no doubt. So yeah, Thunder King was great. We played Stoner Rock and Doom. That was like the seed, the formation of it. And Ray and I wrote most of the songs. It was awesome. We did a little 4-song demo that fell apart. We all moved different shifts, and then we went to thank you. We went to Frontside Grind, me and Kevin after that, and
which was the second incarnation of Frontside.
Yeah,
third incarnation of Frontside Grind, because I was in the second incarnation starting in about 2001, 2000.
That was more hardcore, kind of metal, and I still like metal, but with this project, I remember vividly me and Chris were talking like, I don't want to be so metal. Let's just be like Doom and like
metal,
Stoner Rock and Desert Rock and Sabbath and Caius kind of sort of deal, and
then I ruined all of it.
Yeah.
How did you ruin it?
We didn't know who to get for a bass player. And Chris and Anthony carpooled to Godshifter practice. And Chris was like, well, how about Anthony? I'm like, I guess I didn't really know him. I mean, we only did Godshifter for
we had like
a short period of time.
I think I was in it for a month and a half, maybe 2-3 practices. And then Chris we're driving home one day, and he's just like, I want to do originals?
Yeah.
Like just real casual. I'm like, of course I want to do originals. Why? He said, dang, there's got this thing going. Let's do it. And it was it, really.
Pretty much.
And then
Pretty much.
When I lived in Arizona, I was lucky enough to get a bunch of great deals.
Hey, do me a favor, lock that.
Oh, hey.
They'll just let anybody into this place.
I didn't expect to see you guys.
Nice.
It's usually people. It's funny because I usually lock that door and people wait for the bus and they'll just be like, "Hey, let's see what's in this door," and open it up in the middle of the podcast. I'm like,
it's like
"Hi guys, get out," type thing.
That's like Pizza Classic when we used to practice up above there.
Yeah,
well, it was like an exciting time because you'd never know who the fuck was going to walk through the door.
Masuch, get next to Ant.
Oh, what? I know I don't smoke.
That way we can see your face.
Oh, that's what I was trying to avoid. You want to see this guy?
Rich Masucci in the house with us. The mason jar has returned. I love it. What's up, buddy?
What's happening, man?
Good to see you, man. Hi, Brian. Brian's with you too.
Yeah.
You got your hello. Now he's breaking shit.
We already had enough technical difficulties here.
Good to see you, man.
It's good to be seen.
Yeah.
What's happening?
You can make sure you're at Stanley bright and early on Thursday.
I already got the call. They said you be down there at 9:30.
Got to be there earlier than that, but good to see you. You got Bring 'em Down Productions. Now it's this Saturday, right? Is that or Friday?
Yeah, Saturday.
This Saturday
night. High Desert Sky. Who are you guys playing with?
Motor Lord.
Motor Lord.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's going to be a hell of a show.
Who's Motor Lord?
That was Ray. I was speaking to him earlier when we were in Thunder King. That's his new band. He has a new band, Motor Lord. They're kind of in our genre, if you will.
A little different.
Proto-metal,
maybe
I guess you could say.
a little faster than us.
Yeah, they mix maybe a little more punk rock in there, I guess.
Cool.
Proto-metal.
But they're definitely
they're
good. Definitely
right up our alley.
worth checking out.
Same thing.
This is all going down at 12 North this Saturday.
9 o'clock sharp.
9 o'clock
9 o'clock sharp.
The music starts at 9 or doors
Iron
open
Fist
at 9?
will come
Doors
down.
open at 8. Music starts at 9. And then we'll just get rolling along right from there.
Yes. And
Rocking and rolling.
$5 cover, right?
Yep. $5, 2 bands, great night of music. How can you beat it?
You can't
beat that.
You can't. Support your local music, people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we got Masucci in here and he was like, "Oh, it's the death of the local music scene."
I listened to that podcast.
This is
by
the death of the local music scene.
I heard it too.
And pissed off.
he was the one who told me. Yeah.
No,
I think you're right though. I mean, a lot of that, to be honest with you.
Oh, no doubt.
He pissed off a couple venues.
Did I?
Well, not
cares?
You, not you in particularly, but
Oh. things that were
one
said.
Of your guests, yeah.
I already know who it was.
And it was a friend, and of course, I love the guy to death. But Masucci, I got to disagree. I think the music scene's doing pretty good right now. There's some great bands out there. The only thing we're lacking right now is venues. But you're doing it over there. Yeah. We're doing some things over at Wakely's. There's some things happening. The problem that sucks is like summertime you can play, but in the wintertime it just gets all shut down. So if anybody wants to take that chance and opening a venue, hint, hint, do it. Get your asses out there. Masucci will book shows for you.
Oh, hey, what? There's a lot of potential around here. I'll say that. The problem is that, the bands, they all want to be paid for their efforts, which I can totally agree with.
100%.
The bars all want to make as much money as they can. And, of course, the people, the fans, don't want to come out and spend a lot of money right now. And at some point, everybody has to kind of realize there's a happy medium there. Everybody's not going to get rich off this show. But if you want to just go see like some good quality entertainment at like an affordable price, and the bar owner is not worried about making $10 million off of this one show,
right?
Then there is somewhere in there is where everything happens.
You're not going to get rich off of any show,
right?
It's not going to happen.
True.
And the way that a lot of the bar owners around here, they kind of jump in and out of the local music scene. Mm-hmm. It's almost like they're playing the stock market. They just think like, hey, I'm going to go out, I'm going to get a band, I'm going to bring them in, I'm going to make a shit ton of money. And that's not really what this is all about.
Right.
You're not going to get rich, they're not going to get rich, but everybody can be happy. But that's what it has to be. Everybody walks away happy.
Right.
And that's the unfortunate thing is too many people want too much money all at once. And that's not going to happen. So they walk away going, well, this is bullshit. Sorry, dude.
The other thing is, too, I don't think live music is as popular as it used to be.
Yeah, it's not.
And people they're in their phones and listening to podcasts such as this one.
I'll tell you.
And doing, they're not really listening to live music anymore, not going out to support it. They'd rather go listen to a DJ or something.
No, it's very true. But you know what? I got to say, I went to see Jack White over at Alma Gang.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
Great show.
When they made everybody put their phones in the case.
Yep.
That was fantastic.
Awesome.
Because at first you're kind of like, what, I mean, it's there, and it's bulky and it's a pain in the ass. You kind of just, after a while, you want to forget about it. And then you realize, I don't need to be attached to this thing. Mm-hmm. There's, however many thousand people here that I can engage with. You get so used to picking it up and going, oh, yeah, what's this? Oh, yeah, we're going to do this. Oh, bling, something happened. Do you know what I mean?
Everybody's standing there.
Yeah, taking pictures and stuff. Well, that was the other thing that they didn't want, is they didn't want to have, you're sort of, even if you're taking a video of it, you're being distracted by the fact that you're looking at your video, you're not really experiencing the moment in and of itself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the important part, is to be connected, that energy. I mean, like we're playing today, and a couple of times we got halfway through the set, it's just like, wow. I mean, you're cooking, and everybody in the room, you don't even need to, you can close your eyes, you can just feel it. You know what I mean?
I think at our age, we understand that at our age, but my 21-year-old stepdaughter,
my 15-year-old brother has no fucking clue.
Try to have a conversation about how annoying that is, and it's basically like, you don't understand. That's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
I think it's the other way around. She doesn't understand.
Oh,
Younger
true.
kids don't understand what it's like to actually experience whatever it might be, whether it's, especially we're talking about music, without the cumbersome, annoyance of hundreds, maybe thousands of people with their phones in the air.
Oh, yeah.
So I try to not even take mine out of my pocket for more than 10 seconds at a show anymore, because I figure if I'm interested to see a picture or a video, I'll just go on YouTube in about 3 hours and guarantee you there's a video. It's already there. So I don't even have to worry about it. So I just enjoy the show.
I'm guilty of it. I'm Metallica.
He is, man. He had his phone out the whole show at Metallica.
Not the whole show, but at the Metallica show.
Just about.
I was that
Were
guy
you close?
for a few minutes. I was like, bing, 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 taking pictures.
Well, you guys are super close, right?
I was super close. Right
yeah,
there.
we had floor seats, and we ended up
pretty
being like literally pretty much right on the rail. There was like one or two people in front of us.
Oh, that's cool.
So
couldn't resist.
You got to take a couple pictures.
I did.
Yeah.
I was that guy.
I let the wife take pictures, so I just
So
she got some amazing pictures, and I just was able to enjoy the whole show myself without even taking my phone out.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't. I pick and chose my moments, though.
But
that's some good video.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to get one. It's those people that are just constantly.
It's the whole time.
The whole time.
Right.
And it's like, especially when people know the song, and like, oh shit, the solo's coming up. Hold on, let me get it. And it's enjoy the fucking solo because you're here. You're not gonna watch that video again. Right. You know what I mean? Just enjoy it while you're here.
Yeah. But I hope they do that at 12 North this week. I hope everybody comes and takes their phones out and takes pictures and pretends we're at Madison Square Garden. That'd be cool.
I would like people to actually just come up to the front of the stage and stand.
That'd be
rather than sitting.
That's what needs to be done.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everybody comes, and it's not that you don't appreciate it, but it's like it's strange to have that disconnect. Mm-hmm. The whole point of being live is to be in the room with people. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm here, I paid my $5, I'm going to sit down, thanks. Yay. Yeah, it's like, and I appreciate you coming, but get into it. I mean, like, that's the whole reason we're on stage is for you to enjoy it. Like,
to rock out.
It's the support's great, but you gotta, you gotta want to be there. You gotta want to be there,
and create the vibe.
Yeah, and create the vibe. You help create the vibe. The fans help do that.
Now, see, I got to jump in on one thing on this because we had the show there this week with Mutt Farm and everything. Now, typically, here's my little promoter secret: is usually before the show, I will drag all the tables into the middle of the room. And there's a reason. And all the bands always fight me on this. They go, what are you doing? You're bringing tables out there. Nobody's going to come up and stand. And I usually say, if I don't put the tables there, nobody stands anyways. What they end up doing is they stand at the bar. And it's the worst thing in the world having 60 people standing at the bar while the band is out there like in no man's land playing. And we used to go through that all the time over at the Columbia because they had the separate room.
Yeah.
And they would be, that room would be filled with people, and you'd be like, hey guys, we're playing in here, can anybody come over and check us out? And it was just the biggest pain in the ass. You couldn't get people over there to save your soul. And now up at 12 North, now that we're doing it there, same thing. If I don't drag those tables out at the very beginning, you look and it's a freaking ghost town. But if I put the tables there, well, then you start seeing people like kind of gravitating toward them. And
because they want to put their drink down. They want to do that. Yeah, you force it. No, it's good. You're corralling them right in the middle.
In a small room like that, I'm okay with people towards the stage if they're sitting down. That's fine. They don't have to be standing. It's just nice to have people.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like within 5 feet. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, and I'm agreeing with you. It's almost a shame that I have to do those kinds of things.
Right.
The days when we all used to go out there and you'd see people right up at the stage, like going bananas and jumping around. Yeah, it's kind of gone by, man. I mean, it all has gone the way of the dodo, and now you're looking at it. It's like the scene's totally changed. I
got older, and then have you noticed? Well, you've obviously noticed back in the day, we used to get going at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Right? Nowadays, we're starting at 7. We're starting at 7. We're done by 11 now.
Dude, we're
done by midnight.
Yeah, 2 o'clock at night, when they're like, last call, and they're kicking us out the door, and we're like, one more song. Nah, man. Like, now.
Those days are long gone.
Now it's like
now
11:30.
They're like, are you done yet?
Yeah.
I got to get home and get to bed.
11:30. We're like, guys, stick around. There's still more.
Yeah.
They don't,
No, it
happens.
When did that shift? Again, like I said, I was living in Phoenix for 10 years. So I wasn't really, in college it's different. I wasn't in a band until about 2006 or 7 out there. But we were playing pretty consistently there. Even if it was the same bar, we had one particular place, the owner just loved us. So it was anytime there was an opening, band canceled anything, it was like, boom. And we were practicing a lot, so we could fit in anywhere. So we're playing a lot, and all of a sudden, after about a year, I want to say like 2007, it started to just die off, and you started to see people, in Arizona, and I thought it might have been a local thing only because I know that they prosecute people very harshly for DWI laws, stuff like that. It's really nasty out there. So not that I'm trying to promote drunk driving, but you know what I'm saying? Like they really come down hard.
It deters people from coming out.
It deters people from coming out. And so, out there it's somewhat like it is here in that a lot of people don't live close to the venue. I live in Rome. He lives in Waterville. For us to come out, Rome's not too bad. Waterville's a little bit of a stretch, do you know what I'm saying? But it's tough. You can't go out, have a couple of beers, and then feel safe about driving home. You got to know yourself. But at the same time, I think people just immediately shut that right down. And it's a good thing. You want safety out there. But at the same time, I feel it has had a negative effect on, that, and in addition with the culture changing and everybody getting distracted. But I think that was one proponent to it. Was that something that happened here as well, or was that just kind of?
No, I think that happened here as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, is like a lot of these national touring bands are doing what they call couch tours now, where you can just buy their live stream and watch it at home. You don't even have to go to the show anymore. You don't even have to buy a ticket anymore. You just spend $9.99 like it's a pay-per-view or whatever they charge, and you sit on your couch and watch the show in the comfort of your own living room.
That's probably exciting.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Well, you don't get the vibe of the show and it's just being around. But, if you're not a people person, though, it could be cool. You're still supporting.
I'd be cool with that for some shows.
For some shows, for sure.
If I can't, like, let's say it's an awesome show in, like, Vegas or New York or something you can't get to.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I guess if you're talking like that, that'd be cool.
I mean, it just creates a little bit too much convenience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The instant gratification age.
Yeah.
We've actually been asked that a lot of times. Like, oh, you guys want to like help promote this scene? You should do live streams and stream the bands out.
No one would come out.
Absolutely not, man, because that completely puts a fork in it. It's like,
well, yeah,
maybe one song or something.
to get people interested, but. There's already so few people compared to yesteryear that are coming out to shows, and you're saying, let's help them stay home. No, I don't want to do that. And I also don't want to, I don't want to give away any more material to people sitting at home. Do you know what I'm saying?
You want to give more ammunition. Yeah, give more ammo.
Right.
Just, exactly.
It's just, I don't know. It's a different venue. It's a different time these days, man. I don't know what to make of it.
No doubt.
We're all dinosaurs.
Yeah, no doubt.
My PSA for the day, though, I want parents to start educating their kids in music.
Yes.
They need to. Like, whether it's picking up a guitar or learning how to play some strokes on the drums or playing piano or even simple, basic freaking rock and roll history. Simple like that. I feel like the kids are so disconnected from music nowadays.
I do it all in the car. When the kids are in the car, I'm like, what song is this?
Right.
What name this song? It starts with an M, and my son will be like, Metallica. And I'm like, yes.
There you go.
Name this one. It's Black Sabbath. He's got like Black Sabbath, Metallica, AC/DC. He's got those ones down.
Nice.
Which is good. It's a start. My daughter was the same way.
I think there are a lot of kids that are connected to music these days, because go back to another story about my stepdaughter. We used to she played in the band. She just graduated high school 4 years ago now, but when she was in high school, she was in the band. So I'd go and I'd watch the school bands play. I've noticed that the music teachers seem to be more interested in popular music than when we were in school. Remember when we were in school, we'd be like, come on, can we play this song? The music director would be like, no, absolutely not. That's not music. We're not going to play it.
You're going to play Chopin.
You're going to play Chopin. You're going to play Mozart. We're going to play traditional composition.
But you know what? I gotta say, that is good in the sense that the decline in kids playing it brings them in to a certain extent.
They're doing both nowadays. I see.
Oh, are they?
I've noticed they're playing the traditional things, which is awesome because then you learn the history of those artists. But they're also playing more popular music people are more familiar with, which is really cool. But we need more. More kids need to be involved with music. More kids need to be exposed to music. More kids need to be exposed to music that we grew up on, so it doesn't get lost.
Oh yeah,
so it doesn't get forgotten.
I mean, speaking to that younger generation, like I said, my little brother's 15, so there's a almost 21-year difference between us, right?
Wow.
And I said something to him the other day where he plays basketball. We're out shooting hoops or whatever, and put some music on in the car, and he's, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You gotta crank this tune. It's awesome." And he's like, "What?" And I go, "Dude, listen to the bass line, man. You gotta listen to the bass line, and then the drums kick it, and he's like, "Yeah, I go, "You never listen to anything on a stereo." It dawned on me. I was like, "You never listen to anything on a stereo, have you?"
Phones,
Bluetooth, which is great for convenience.
Right.
But again, I mean, I remember you putting it on in my room on my stereo and turning it up so much. I mean, that's the whole reason your chest fucking should rattle with the bass. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I remember.
That kick drum should you should feel like, you're going to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, that's lost. Right. He's like, a stereo, what would I do with that? I don't own one of those. I don't know what that is. I'm like, oh.
What's a stereo?
Yeah.
That thing's too big.
Exactly. He's like, why would I do that? And then he's just like on his headset playing PS4 again. And I'm like, oh, what, dude, what the
Because
fuck?
people don't buy records and CDs and cassettes like we had records.
I still buy records. I love my
generation.
records.
Our generation is buying records.
Right.
Well,
spending money hand over fist.
Because the younger ones aren't.
The younger ones aren't, but the record has just become a whole new thing again.
Awesome. Vinyl's crazy.
Yeah, it's had this resurgence.
Well, you know what it is? I mean, if you really do, and I don't have a good system by any stretch
you're
of the
a record guy.
imagination.
You got a ton of
yeah, I do. And I mean, for me, it was one of those things where, being into music, you're always looking for something that old Les Paul phrase, chasing sound. You know what I'm saying? You're always chasing sound. And I was always like, what is everybody talking about? And I was hanging out with a buddy out in Phoenix, and he had vinyl of Wish You Were Here, which is my favorite. One of my favorite. I got to say, Animals is probably not my favorite, but Wish You Were Here is right there,
I was going
to. And
Animals is my favorite.
Yeah, Animals is, yeah. At the time, I had not dove into it, but yeah. So I mean, he put it on vinyl. I'm like, fuck, I love this record, and I had heard it so much that you get burned in your brain, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's things in here that I am not hearing. I was like, holy shit! And I mean, it was almost instantaneous. Then I noticed the difference. And I don't think most people, even people that buy it, I think a lot of them are like, oh, yeah, it sounds good. But are people really doing like a digital to analog comparison? Do you really perceive it? I think musicians perceive it, and that's who's helping keep that shit alive. And that's important. Because again, everything's digital. It's easy. I mean, you can't even get a CD anymore because everybody's like, why? Just put it on a thumb drive.
Yeah.
But that physical, they forget the physical, sitting down like with a CD and just like laying on the bed and looking at the liner notes and just, you know what I mean? Like that's it, just hanging out, even by yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
I got one of the old school 90s books in my truck with like 1,000 CDs, and I flip when I'm driving, flipping through there.
I laugh at him for that
here's
all
one
the time.
right here.
I go, what the hell's this?
Yeah, I do that all the time. I got 4 of them, actually.
4
books?
4 books?
In your
I got
truck?
2 in my daughter's car, because I'm driving that now too, and 2 in my truck.
Is it a single loader, or do you have
single?
Single?
Yeah, it's a single loader. So I'm constantly changing CDs out. And
So you might as well just
I don't
have
know why. I like to do that. Listen, it's fun. I enjoy it. CDs, I don't know. I still like them.
I still have an 8-track. It's sitting in my attic, but I don't even know if the thing works, but I still have one.
I got a cassette player. I have cassettes too. I don't listen to it anymore, but they're up in the
attic. Does that mean we're going to release the new High Desert Sky album on cassette? Just for
you want to know what's
not a bad idea.
You want to know what's funny? Jim and I were talking about mastering it down to a stereo tape just to see if it would
cassette. That'd be cool. I have a cassette player.
See if it would make a difference.
I'm down, man. That'd be great.
It would be cool.
Cassettes, I'm down with them.
I'm glad.
Totally.
I'm glad you brought up the album because you guys just got done recording. Are you guys finished recording?
It's close.
99.9%.
I'm a fucking slacker because I still have lyrics to write for one of the songs that we've recorded.
Which
may be an
full
instrumental.
length, or are you just doing
it's full length?
Full length.
8 songs.
8 songs.
There's 8 songs
so
now. The last
probably
going to
be
limbo.
Probably going to be 7
yeah,
songs on the album, but we've recorded 8.
Do you feel that nowadays how technology has changed everything? And I notice a lot of bands aren't doing full lengths anymore. It's just they'll do a single or maybe a song or two, attach it to a video, boom. That's how they do it nowadays.
Yeah. This was on the bucket list for me.
I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a great way to get things out. Like boom, boom, boom. Let's just get stuff out there. If we have it, we don't have to wait the whole cycle, whether it's 9 months or a year and a half, 2 years. You can just do. We got 2 songs. Let's go in and record it, and we'll just throw it out there for the hell of it. Digital distribution, and if we ever want to put it on physical media, we'll wait till we have a bunch, and then we'll press them and do it that way. But
you guys plan on doing a video?
Yeah.
I think nowadays you have to. Don't you feel?
We're gonna.
We absolutely have to.
Yeah.
We're gonna. In the sand dunes in Rome, we're gonna do a.
They keep talking about
that's not the Southwest. What the hell?
Yeah.
You guys can. I'm going to Arizona in February. You guys could fly out. We'll just shoot a video there.
I lived there and would love to go back, especially now that it's snowing.
Yeah,
I fucking hate it. I really do.
Yeah, it's here, man.
No, I know. Cold, wet feet for the next 6 fucking months.
Indeed. But you guys record at Shack 9 Studios.
Yep.
Jim Inman.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to him.
Yeah.
He's 100%.
He's like the unofficial 5th member of this band. In my mind, he's like the 5th Beatle,
Yeah, he's like George Martin. He's the George Martin of High Desert Sky.
He is. He's awesome. He's been since day one. When we recorded the EP last year, 2 years ago now?
2 years ago? 2 years ago.
2016, I think, we recorded that with him, and he's been there, and he is He's the best. We love him.
He deserves so much recognition.
Absolutely.
Studio because he's super talented. Awesome. Not only is he just an amazing musician, but he's got a great ear.
Absolutely.
And he's a great engineer. And I've known Jim since we were in high school together.
Wow.
We went to high school together.
I didn't know that.
And the guy...
I didn't know that. You didn't mention that.
And he's always been that musician, like a constant musician out there doing his thing, playing in the... I mean, he was playing in a high school band back then. They're called Pegasus. So
we saw pictures.
So bring up Pegasus to him. When
Pegasus.
He might be
I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name, but I remember seeing he showed some pictures. He had a white Fender Strat and long hair, and it had to be from the probably 80s, I'm guessing. And
playing winger covers and shit.
That's awesome.
Extreme. Remember Extreme? The band Extreme?
He's got it in the car. Of course he remembers it.
MTD.
But I know how hard he's worked. Even back then, he was working hard.
Yeah.
And the guy deserves all the credit.
He does.
Anybody can get him. He does.
Way above and beyond my personal expectations. I can't even say enough good things about him. He's really helped us out with a lot.
And probably made you a better player, too.
The last album, hey, Jim, I want another guitar track. Turn this up. Turn Anthony's bass down. Whatever. He's like, let's try it. Let's try this. Let's try that. And he would, we put a microphone inside of his piano one time.
Yeah, that was
guitar
fun.
parts. Let the guitar vibrate the strings inside the piano, and this microphone will capture it. I'm like, all right. Just crazy shit that he wanted to try that. I'm like, this dude is awesome. And I didn't even know him. We were talking about doing an album, and I'll try to find a studio. So I emailed 2 studios, his and one I won't name, but I did. They never got back with me. The other one didn't anyways. No big deal. Jim did. He invited us up. We did a tour. We all met him, and it just started from there, and dude's awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great guy.
And he's got
very helpful.
Very helpful. And like you said, he's like your next member of the band.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
He's all over the new album. He put, put some keyboards on there, put some guitar on there, acoustic. What else? I mean,
he did
a lot of shit on there.
It's important, too, when
Hammond B3.
When you have your engineer/producer hands-on like that. And not just like record it, press buttons, and let you guys do it and not put any input into it. So it's good that he's hands-on.
I agree.
Yeah. I know I can say that he and I have had this conversation, so since we have a public platform, more rock bands for Jim Inman.
Absolutely.
He would like to request that there's more rock bands in his studio.
He's told us, he said it's great when you record a band that you actually like.
Yeah.
It's not, you can engineer, as an engineer, you can record a band that you might not be that into and still do an amazing job.
Right.
But when it's a band that you have faith in or have enjoyment out of listening to what they've come up with, it makes it that much more interesting and fun to do what he does.
Yep.
So,
yeah, you're more. I think that's like he's saying. I mean, he's more willing to extend himself. Because it becomes less of a job. And I think in our relationship, the way it's developed, again, he will come in and to work. I was fucking around with this the other day, and I had a guitar. If you don't like it, cool. If not, whatever. We'll do whatever you want. All right, but I'm like, fuck, that's staying.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's what
so it's cool. When you get so close to your own stuff, it's hard to start seeing it fresh. You know what I mean? You get into that rut, and you're like, nope, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. And sometimes it just takes that outside perspective to like smash all your dreams.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, I never thought of that. And there you go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's just.
Yep. We got to give love to Thunderwatt as well.
And Thunderwatt, yeah, for sure.
And talking about getting involved into your project, that's a guy who gets involved into his band and be like, okay, we're going to cover all the animals front to back. Pink Floyd's never done it, so we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Or he'll cover all of Skinner, the whole
album.
And like no other local band does no quarter. What other local band? Have you ever heard a band do no quarter
I don't
locally?
think so.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. And they kill it.
Yep.
Bands usually take the safe route when it comes to cover songs,
right? Yeah.
No matter what it is. Mm-hmm. So I give them huge props for doing those things. It's just
under the radar stuff.
Oh yeah,
Old Sabbath,
right?
The Skinner,
right?
Pink Floyd, it's awesome.
Well, and that's the last time they played over at Lucan's. Again, it goes back to this whole age thing. You get in there, and all the people that are 30 and up are just fucking getting down, and all of a sudden, all the children come wandering in, stumbling drunk. What the fuck is going on here? They don't know what the fuck they're listening to, and they're acting like idiots. And you're like, dude, you guys are missing this shit. They're killing it up here, Yeah. So that appreciation, it's just not there.
Great band.
Yeah.
Great band.
Those guys deserve a lot for what they do.
So when do you guys expect this album out?
God.
Well, we hope for Christmas,
soon.
but I doubt it. And he'll say,
my goal.
Mark will say,
I've had a few goals.
Told you so.
The three of us.
I've been the realist.
I'm going to say one thing. Our original goal was 420 of 2018.
That was this guy's goal. I was a realist, and these guys are not.
Hold on. We all had different expectations. Because he was thinking it's going to end up being next year.
Yeah,
and I thought we could have really hammered it out and got it done by the show. So we sort of were trying to compromise and hopefully get it done by Christmas.
Digitally, anyways.
Digitally, yeah. We don't know about
Bandcamp, iTunes,
all that
things
stuff.
like that. But a physical, actual copy of CD in your hand, which I got to put in my CD book in my truck. I would say Valentine's Day was my goal. I went to holidays. He said 420. I'm like, that's not happening. How about Halloween?
Yeah, well, here we are.
Thanksgiving,
almost December. So.
Christmas. Yeah. I said Valentine's Day.
I was trying to stay positive.
I know. I was just being realistic about it because I knew what had to be done yet, and some of the tracks that hey, this got to be tweaked, and it's just a time-consuming process, and we want it right. You know what I mean? We don't say here it is, it's done, and then it's all fucked up sounding, and people are like, well, that's stupid. That doesn't sound right. It's going to be right, and it's going to be correct, and Jim's not going to release something.
I think it's worked to our advantage.
Get something out without
to have
done.
Things been drawn out as long as it has.
It's a little much, but we'll get it.
Yeah.
Do you have a title and artwork and all that done for it? And
I think we're
narrowing it down.
Considering it, just keeping it self-titled for this one. Calling it High Desert Sky.
Make it easy.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
Yeah.
8 songs, 7 songs.
Probably
almost be an hour of music though.
Yeah.
We got a couple songs that are 10, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. We have to jam, keep it psychedelic and heavy. We not just be metal all the time. I don't want to do that, so we're not. So we got some cool, trippy, psychedelic, clean guitar parts, and Monster Magnet influence stuff, which is a big influence on this record, I think. And
well, I hear when I listen to it, like Caius, I hear some COC in there.
Down.
You taking the bands right out of my mouth. Down is another one. Like the track that you played me today, or you sent to me today, the 9-minute jammer there.
Desert Jam, Desert Sky.
Yeah, that just it reminded me a lot of Caius.
Yep.
Exactly. What's the other one there too? The other
Speed Demon.
No, the other band.
Monster Magnet. Caius.
I
Down.
love Monster Magnet.
So do I.
What the hell was that? You okay? Oh,
I heard a funny noise.
I don't know what that was. But yeah, all those bands, I hear that. It's like a melting pot of all that.
It depends on what I'm listening to during the week. So if I'm listening to Caius all week and I'm playing guitar, I'm going to write a song that sounds like Caius.
Well,
and then Sabbath, I'm writing
jam and practice.
COC, I'm writing like COC. And it depends on what I'm listening to in the truck, at home, whatever. And when I play guitar, I write a song like that style. And I was on a hardcore Monster Magnet kick this summer, even last year, and I always am, but that song came out. Like that, just like that. I mean, we got the riffs, we put them together. This riff, I'll bring in 99% of it, and Anthony will put the 1% and twist it around. Don't end on the G, end on the A. Okay, and then that's it. And the song kind of came out, and it was easy to jam out. And next thing you know, it's 10 minutes. I didn't even plan it to be 10 minutes, but lo and behold, hey, do this. And then if we do this, and then it's 10 minutes long, it's like, wow, that's cool. But to me, it's not 10 minutes. It's just like a journey of like this piece of music. It's, wow, that was a 10-minute song already. That was great.
I think that's the key, really, is trying to make it, you just take the idea of time away, right?
Right.
I mean, you don't want to be focused on where, like when we did Speed Demon, we had that Doom Buggy off the first record. I think you had that for years, right?
Years
or something like that.
Phone for
so and everybody loves it.
6 years at least.
And like the first couple tracks, combine the first 2 tracks being sister tracks or whatever. That's like 12 minutes, and then you get Doom Buggy, and then the other ones are 5 or 6 minutes. So when we were writing for this one, we said, we need another quick, fast song, and that's how Speed Demon came. Same principle. We're like, well, we got 2 songs that are about 10 minutes. We've got this, and this. What about just
we need a
ripper? Yeah, exactly. It's just a fucking ripper, man.
Which we brought with us today, but unfortunately, due to
come on, don't rub it in. I feel bad about it.
I tried to fix it. I couldn't. I didn't succeed. We didn't have enough time. But.
Technical difficulties. Damn it. Always.
What? Shocking, right?
That happens.
Yeah.
Well, that was a Motorhead tune, by the way, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure Lemmy had died around that time when we wrote that song.
Speed Demon?
And it was kind of like a Motorhead influence kind of song. I remember that name coming up. Oh, it's like Motorhead kind of. I'm like, yeah, it kind of sort of is, but our twist on it. I remember that. Want to throw that out there. Shout out to Lemmy.
Yeah.
I want to switch it up real quick and focus on you, Mr. Dangler.
Sure.
Not only did he meet Ryan Dangler.
This is true.
Not
A meeting of the Danglers?
Yes,
There was.
And
You didn't hear
Masucci
about
knows that story. Well, Masucci
I didn't tell him.
Yes.
For the longest time, when Dangler
you
would
tell me
come
the
on the
story.
show, I would always call him Ryan Dangler.
He did.
It happened so many
okay.
times. And I've been friends with you for so long, and I still would screw
Yes.
up. I'm a stoner. I'm sorry. I admit it. But anyways, they finally met, which is great.
Yeah,
He just
dude.
told me a great story on that.
Really?
gotta
So what
find out.
happened?
Okay, so we went to the Kevin was with us. We went to see Black Label Society in Syracuse over the summer, and we're in line outside, and it's a long line, and Westcott security people were checking IDs. So I'm just standing there with my wife and Kevin, and the dude comes up, and I remember my wife went first, didn't say nothing. He pulled my ID out, and he goes, "That's an interesting name," and he had a name tag. I said Ryan, and I looked at him, and he looked at me. I'm like, "You got to be Ryan Dangler." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm Mark." I'm like, "Wow, Z's friend?" I'm like, "Yes." And we just kind of connected there for a minute. And Ryan Dangler, Mark Dangler, Z, and we kind of made that connection, and it was pretty funny. And we shot the shit for a minute. He goes, "Everybody thinks I'm in a band, High Desert Sky." I'm like, "No, that's me." And we just kind of had a laugh about it, and it was pretty funny.
So you got a dude with the
It was
same
cool.
last name that's not related to you?
Right.
Really?
Who's from Syracuse.
Okay.
And he knows them for
And I
years, and you
kept
know him,
on
obviously. And
screwing
I
up
never
his
met him
name.
for years, and he would call me Ryan multiple times.
And I'd call him Mark sometimes.
Oh, yeah, and it was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
And I never met him till this chance night in Syracuse in line when he's checking my ID and just, that's a funny name. That's my name. And we
That's
kind of
great.
connected. It was great. We had a good laugh, and it was funny. We talked about Z and shit like that.
I'm
It was
like
pretty
Kevin
cool.
Bacon and shit.
Yeah, everybody
Like
knows you.
6 degrees or 7 degrees to Z.
It was great.
The
It
other
was
thing-
great.
the other
Around
thing-
here, it's more
degrees
like
of
3.
Z.
There's
3
everybody
degrees.
knows everybody. Jesus.
The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick with you is your other band you're playing bass with, Beside the
Yes.
Sun, which is
You
like
betcha.
a hot up and coming local band, man. I
Rock
think
and
those
roll.
guys are freaking killing, man.
Appreciate that.
I like it. I like that. I like
Thank you.
what you guys are doing over there. And Chris is, he's a
He's
gem.
a great singer.
Yeah.
Great dude. We just got out of the studio with Big Blue North. We recorded one track over there with Jeff, and it was awesome. It was a great time. We did one song for now, and I just heard some rough demos of it, and Chris absolutely blew my mind, and some harmonies, and it was fun. I'm not really a bass player, but I can do it, and I do my best, and we collaborate. We all get along really well. It's just a real good time with some good dudes. They're all great guys.
Absolutely.
Mike, Nate, Chris, Josh, awesome dudes. Beside the Sun, it's a great time.
Cool.
It's fun.
When do we expect that single out? Do you know?
Whew, I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I know it's.
You just show
I
up
just
and
finished
play
it
bass?
Friday. Yeah, right. I just finished it Friday. Chris did, so I believe they got to mix it and get it mastered and all that. So I would think by the end of the year, sometime, in my personal opinion, but I don't have a time frame on that.
Valentine's Day?
Josh handles a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Valentine's Day.
Just push for that. Have
Yeah,
a double
double
release.
CD
You can have a
release
little
party.
double release.
Josh handles a lot of that end of it, so I just show up and play bass. No, I'm only kidding. We write tunes. It's fun. It's a good fan. It's a lot of fun. It's a great band. I love that band.
Would you be willing to do double duty one night, playing a gig with both bands, or is that too much?
I
promise you can
would
use my
if
bass
it was
rig.
Like, yeah, all right, thanks, buddy. The styles are pretty far apart, but I'm open.
Yeah,
to
but
anything. It's a fun hobby.
that would be fun, though.
It'd be fun. I'm down for fun. If it ever came up and it had to do it, I'd be like, yeah, I would do it.
I think that would be
I would
fun.
push for it, but
sharing
I would do it.
gear, like, see, to me, that kind of collective shit would be fun as hell. You just get up there and whatever, you backline the whole fucking thing and whatever. And then if, different guys are playing in different bands, but we're all, you know what I mean? Oh, and then maybe these guys come up, play us, in the middle of this set, move some shit around, whatever. You know what I mean? Pick up a different guitar.
Yeah,
everything's
You
already-
mean just like
before.
a big,
That's
just a
before.
jam? Just like
Yeah, but I mean, have your sets and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But instead of having a traditional...
I've thought about
Instead
that
of having
before.
your
That's a cool
traditional,
idea.
like let's just use our show for example. Motor Lord goes on and whatever, and they play their 45-minute set, and then we come on, and there's a changeover in between. Fuck all that. Just have a couple of guys or whatever who are in both bands sort of switch places, and then all of a sudden the sets just change. Do you know what I mean? The drummer gets up and changes. They're using the same drum set, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just be a fun thing where the show doesn't ever really stop. You're just rolling the whole night, whatever it is.
Yep.
Right on. We've got a couple comments out there. The Dark Mangler.
JP Schofield. Pennywise
Mark. And
I'm old
Angler
hardcore
is a
kid. And
killer guitar player. So
Thanks.
you and JP go back a little bit.
Oh, yeah. We used to work together, and he's a big hardcore punk kid.
Yeah.
No effects Pennywise. We used to talk about that all the time at work. I love Pennywise, one of my all-time favorite bands.
That was one of the biggest
skater punk.
Frontside Grind was Pennywise.
Yeah, Rancid, Pennywise, all that stuff. We used to talk about it all day and compare notes and dude, listen to this and check this out. Yeah, it was good times back then. And I still love Pennywise, one of my favorite bands, but I slow it down now. Tune low, play slow.
I want to go back and comment what you were talking about, like sharing gear and stuff like that. I feel like the local music scene has had that camaraderie lately, like that togetherness, and it's not so much of a competition thing anymore. It's more of a brotherhood.
Yeah,
now, which is good.
I feel that too.
You know, right? I mean, come on. We all grew up in the scene together. Back in the day in the '90s, back in the day, you would just try to screw up the other band, or there was beef with the other band. And there was always beef. Like, there's alys some kind of tension with other bands.
Even if they were good, we're like, these guys fucking suck.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you always got to talk shit.
Or the singers.
I mean, I think it's fine. It's fine to have if you're having fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, we used to do shit like that all the time and be like, fuck you guys, I'm going to put a better show. You know, and there were bands that we would play with that, we liked better, and for whatever reason, again, you're talking fucking high school, early 20s, a bunch of fucking idiots.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we're fucking idiots now, but at least somewhat more insightful. We're mature. Yeah, exactly.
You could name for a band.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the tough part. And you know, I think the difficult part for local musicians that I found is you want to be supportive of everybody, but sometimes it's just hard to be. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes tough love might be the best thing. Be like, yo, your guitar is fucked, bro. you need to fix that shit. You know, I don't know if it's your tone or if it's this or that. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell people stuff like that.
Right.
But I think that's a byproduct of people nowadays too, with just being so sensitive about everything and nobody wants to get hurt. But because I think that it would be more beneficial to bands if, you know, and again, you don't have to be an asshole about it, but just be like, hey man, this shit doesn't sound right. I think you guys were good, but you should maybe work on this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm an asshole for saying that, but like, you know,
I don't think it was me that did it. But I remember in A Dying Breed, I kept telling Doug, I said, dude, you need a tube amp. It would make you sound fucking awesome.
Yeah,
he goes, I know, brother, I know. He has a tube amp now.
He does.
Yeah.
And it sounds awesome.
Way better.
I agree with that statement.
So
I remember his old rack system he had there, and he was saying,
He'd
look at mine. I had a tube amp, and he was like,
that's a perfect example. Yeah. It's not that you
got
it's
one.
not that you guys are playing bad or this or that. It's just you don't have a cohesive sound. You know? You have a guy that might have, again, a solid state, like super highly compressed, and then a dude that's playing this real warm, nice, slow, you know, and a drummer that can't tune their fucking drums, and you're like, you'll need to sit down and figure it out. Do you know what I mean? Just saying,
that comes with experience, though. So
no, it does. But
if you see a younger band doing that, they'll figure it out eventually.
You hope, until they turn into an older band, right? Nobody tells them.
And we're talking about ourselves. Maybe I don't know.
Gentlemen, I got good news. I'm going to be able to play the song. It just came up.
Fuck yes.
Wow.
Yes. Sweet.
But
That's
before
good.
we do, I want to look at Masucci.
Masucci's the man.
I got something to tell you, brother.
Oh, let me hear it.
No, I want to hear what's going on over at 12 North. You got a big lineup coming up. I also got to mention Choke Slam coming back together one night.
Is that the official announcement right now?
I think so. We've been talking about it for a while.
Nice.
So that'll be a great show.
I got to dust off the old bass.
We've got Dracula Jones coming up there again.
Ooh,
That's going to be a big
one. What's the date
on that? What is that? God, I don't know. I think it's December. Is it December 1st? Okay. November 26th? I got to look at my schedule. I don't know.
Track Jones, man.
So many freaking bands bouncing around my head. And we've got, Falling From One is coming up there again. And, a lot of stuff, man. And actually, the whole time, if people can see on the camera, I've been sitting here fucking around with my phone. It's because we're trying to work in more bands. We're trying to get the bomb back up there.
Oh, cool.
And,
nice.
That's just trying to work out all the numbers with them. So, it's that's a good one. But, we're always trying to do stuff to get, bands playing.
Yeah.
Thank God for you. You are the man.
Seriously, dude.
No,
thank God for
He's like one of the biggest supporters that we got in
by
this
far.
area.
Ask him. You know, we got to ask him about.
What's that?
Come on, Rich. You know. Number 11. Animal Jam coming up? What do you think about that one, Rich? Is that going to be on the calendar?
Is it still in the works?
I was going to tell myself not to do it, but I knew Z would like that, so I'm like, number 11, I think.
There's been talk that could happen like the very last week of January.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
It's a great time.
I'm going to tell you what it really comes down to. A lot of times it's trying to get it into the bar and find where we have like several days free, but you don't want to compete with the NFL, who's doing playoffs then, and you don't want to compete with, obviously, the weather. I mean, that's a huge thing, too. And the Comets games. So you're always trying to look at all three of those things going, the Comets aren't playing that weekend. Yeah, and the weather could be good, and that's good, but no, son of a bitch, it's the playoff games. You know? Yeah. So you always got to kind of...
Dude, last year was a great turn. I specifically remember playing, awesome. And I walked in at like 8 o'clock, and I was like, holy shit, there's 100 people there.
That's the best thing about this area, and that's why I love working with a lot of the bands around here, man. Is everybody is just... they're so giving, and everybody wants to do the right thing.
Right.
They all come out. Everybody helps. I think those events, they're just like from start to finish good.
Yeah.
And it's so funny we say that because I just seen somebody in the pizza place before I got here. Of course, I got to have some pizza, right? And there were some people that know us from the animal benefits, and they were kind of saying hi and stuff like that. It's like, shit. It makes you want to keep going. As much as I was like, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, you know, and it's kind of... I don't know. You always hate going to the bands and saying, hey, guys, I know for the 11th time, here I am asking you guys to come play a free show.
Yeah, but the bands don't care about that.
We don't give a shit. We just want to play.
We're not in it for the money.
I know. And that's what really like carries this.
I got 2 cute dogs, and that's why I do it.
Yeah.
Seriously, same here.
Right. I always say that, man, that if it wasn't for the bands donating their time and their talent, we would have been done after the first year.
And you have all these bands asking you to do this again, though, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not just these guys. I know multiple bands have actually reached out to you and said, Masucci, we do an Animal Jam?
We're looking at a couple different things this year. I mean, there's been a lot of country bands that have asked us.
Good.
And we thought, well, maybe we could make a country night, you know.
Yeah, why not?
That's not my strong suit there, but yeah.
They draw them.
People love that shit right now.
They do. They really do.
I don't like it, and I bitch about it all the time, but that's fine.
If it's going to bring people out, by all means.
Cool.
I'm always down for whatever, man. Yeah. That's what it really comes down to. And if it helps what we're doing and it helps bands get their name out there and, you know, at the same time entertains people and whatever, I mean, great. There's no harm in any of that. I think it's just from start to finish, it's a good thing, like I was saying. So, yeah, I mean, that'll be good and cool.
Well, if you get it up and rolling, please let me know.
Of course. And I'd like to see you maybe on stage during that if we agree.
We can't do street rock anymore.
I know.
So
there's other drummers around. I know a drummer. I can play drums.
You can play drums now?
I can play drums, bass. Yeah, why not?
Like a different instrument in each band, it'll be great.
That's not a bad idea.
Believe me, if we
just
could
don't give him a microphone.
If we could do it with another drummer, but I got to just make sure it's not going to hurt feelings.
I got you. I'm only kidding.
When is he leave? Or did he already?
Yeah, he left.
He did.
He's got all the stuff over there on the...
Oh, shh.
Maybe it's time for you to do something new, something different.
I like that.
There you go.
I like that. Thank you, Kevin.
That's a good idea. Not bad.
You know, I'm going to say, man, as much as like, you know, people say, oh, the animal jams and they look good for the area. You are good for the area, man.
Stop. It's not about me right now.
You really are.
You're talking about you.
No. Listen, I'm being dead ass. I mean, you have helped this area so much. Not just like
this is true.
Not just like promoting bands, but doing like this, you know, having bands come on the shows and talking and keeping the message going. Yeah. It's great. Yeah.
A lot of people talk a lot of shit about the area, whether it's Utica or Syracuse or anywhere. But Z, you're one thing that you always have that a lot of people fail to have themselves is positivity.
Thanks, buddy.
True. About Utica and about our area and about the culture and diversity and awesome talent that exists, whether it's music or art or work that people do, the businesses, the small businesses around here, no matter what it is. There's a lot of different varied talent that exists here. Yeah, and we all call this home. So
and it needs to be recognized.
Right.
It does. There's so much talent. I talk about it every day. Yeah. There's so many great artists and musicians and comedians and just there's a lot of it going on right here in Utica. And, you know, a lot of these other media platforms don't really display it at all.
They don't.
It's true.
So that's, you know, it's
because people thrive on negativity and just stuff that's just not community. It's not
likes
for
to be
everybody.
miserable,
They want to be
right.
miserable. Why?
Right.
Why?
Life's too short.
But Masucci, you're doing it as well at mygaragebar.com. You're doing it up. You're doing the 3 and Out. You got your football podcast, your hockey podcast.
Yeah.
The local music one.
The local music one.
You're on there.
You're
BTS is on there.
You're putting content out there too, man.
There's so much shit out there that you could never digest all of it, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick and choose what you're interested in. Things are totally different now than it was when we grew up. So if you're into, one thing, there might only be another 300 people that are into that same thing as you. That's okay. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Does not
it's there.
Matter.
So
well said. Absolutely.
What do you got coming up for My Garage Bar? What's coming up on there? You got
man, what do we just recorded a regular hockey podcast. We did that yesterday morning. We have like a collectibles show that is kind of moving more towards like pop culture. We did that one last night, so those are going to be out probably, if I can get to them and get everything all done, probably either tonight, maybe tomorrow, and then tonight I think what's today, Tuesday?
Tuesday.
God, I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, that's funny because you weren't here, but that's exactly how we started this thing. What's today?
Where am I?
I'm like, it's Wednesday.
That's his first thing. It's Wednesday. It's
I thought it was Wednesday, Tuesday.
I just know I'm not working, so I don't care what they do.
Oh, man. But, yeah, we have our weekly NFL show that we have coming up tonight.
Go Eagles.
Tomorrow. Ah, God. And I got to keep watching this phone for the goddamn Le'Veon Bell. I think
Eagles.
His deadline was 4 o'clock today.
Yeah.
$14.5 or $14.8 million a
year,
and he turned it down.
Wow,
dumb. I'm like, wow, I got to get my truck fixed. And where am I going to get that? Like $200? maybe I should go hit him up. He's got way too much money.
Right? Seriously. But the order of the day is to go out and check out High Desert Sky this Saturday over at 12 North Sports Bar, Mulaney Road in Deerfield, or is it Marcy?
It depends who you ask.
Right,
I think they
Route
call
12.
it Marcy, yeah.
Marcy.
Yeah.
I call it Utica.
Yeah. Utica.
That too.
It's in North Utica.
Mulaney Road.
You guys in Motor Lord.
Motor
So it should be good, man. Check out High Desert Sky. In fact, we're going to play the song here. I think we're going
to. Are we doing the desert one, or are we doing
Speed
Demon?
Jam?
Which one?
That'd be
this
Desert
one.
Jam.
Yeah,
Crank this one up.
I'm gonna play the long one for sure, man.
Do it up.
And we're gonna close out the show with this right here. So thank you guys so much
plenty
for
of
coming
intro.
on.
Don't
man.
worry, you can talk over it.
All I hear is the low end.
Yeah,
brother.
right.
You're like the god of thunder right now, brother.
Yeah. Actually, that is me right there. But
that is.
I do want to mention tomorrow, Tim Hardiman coming in from Taylor and the Cook, so he's gonna talk about
Awesome
some
place to
delicious
eat.
thing. Oh, I love that place, man. I love it so much. So he's gonna feed me. And I want to remind everybody they can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts at our home base at disruptionnetwork.net. And to High Desert Sky, good luck to you guys. Love
Thank
you
you.
guys very
Come on,
much.
see us.
Thanks for the present, Kevin. And
You're welcome.
We will see you tomorrow.
woohoo!
Later.
Rockin'.
the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear. For the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
EC Radio.
Only on the D.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at NYE Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my NYE VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyevwofrome.com.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish, and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
The Disruption Network is making moves. For upcoming events, news, interviews, and new daily programming, keep in the loop with us at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media. And check out all our podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Get up on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net.